Life isn't a spectator sport. It's not something you watch from the sidelines, hoping for a lucky break. Life is a full contact event that demands your active participation. It requires grit, determination, and most importantly, it requires strength. Not just physical strength, but mental and emotional strength, the kind of strength that allows you to stand firm in the face of adversity, to pursue your goals relentlessly, and to stop being soft to everyone around you. What it means to stop being soft, why it's important to your success and happiness, and how you can develop the mental toughness you need to thrive in this tough world. It's not about being cold or uncaring. It's about developing a core piece of steel that will serve as the foundation for everything you do in life. What do we mean by stop being soft to everyone? Being soft means constantly prioritizing others' needs over your own. It means saying yes when you want to say no. It means avoiding conflict at all costs, even when standing up for yourself is necessary. It means letting others take advantage of your kindness, your time, and your resources without reciprocation. Now, you might be thinking, but isn't it good to be kind and accommodating? Of course it is. Kindness is a virtue, and the world needs more of it. But there's a world of difference between being kind and being a pushover. True kindness comes from a place of strength, not weakness. It's a choice you make, not a default state because you're afraid to assert yourself. Consider this scenario. You're at work, buried under a mountain of your own tasks. When a colleague asks you to help with their project, it's not your responsibility and you don't have the time, but you say yes anyway because you don't want to seem unhelpful. You end up working late, missing your child's soccer game, and still not finishing your own work. Is this kindness or is it weakness? This is a classic example of being soft. You've prioritized someone else's work over your own responsibilities and personal life. You've sent the message that your time isn't valuable, that it's okay for others to take advantage of you. This isn't kindness, it's self-sabotage. Stopping being soft means learning to say no. It means setting clear boundaries and sticking to them. It means valuing your own time, energy, and goals as much as you value those of others. It means having the courage to face conflict when necessary, rather than always seeking the path of least resistance. But why is this so important? Why can't we just continue being nice and accommodate to everyone? The answer is simple, because it doesn't work. Being soft doesn't lead to success, happiness, or fulfillment. In fact, it often leads to the opposite. When you're soft, you become a doormat. People learn that they can take advantage of you, that your boundaries are flexible, that your no really means yes if you push hard enough. You end up overwhelmed, stressed, and resentful. Your own goals and dreams get pushed to the back burner as you're constantly putting out fires for others. Moreover, being soft doesn't even achieve what you think it does. You might believe that by always saying yes, by never rocking the boat, you're making people like you. But the truth is, people don't respect pushovers. They might take advantage of your softness, but they won't admire you for it. Real respect comes from strength, from standing up for yourself, from having clear values and boundaries. Think about the people you admire most. Are they pushovers? Do they let others walk all over them? Of course not. The people we admire are those who stand firm in their convictions, who aren't afraid to say no, who pursue their goals with unwavering determination. They're not soft. They're steel, tempered by the fires of challenge and adversity. That's what I'm challenging you to become, steel. Resilient, unbreakable. Not in the sense of being inflexible, but in having a solid core of self-respect and determination that can't be shaken by external pressures. So how do we stop being soft? How do we develop this core of steel? It's not an overnight process, but it is a journey worth embarking on. Here are the key steps. Number one, develop self-awareness. The first step in stopping being soft is recognizing when you're doing it. Pay attention to your interactions. When do you say yes when you really want to say no? When do you avoid conflict even though speaking up is the right thing to do? When you put others' needs before your own essential priorities? Awareness is the first step to change. Number two, value yourself. Understand that your time, your energy, your skills, these are valuable resources. You have the right, no, the responsibility to allocate these resources wisely. You are not on this earth to be at everyone else's beck and call. You have your own purpose, your own goals, your own life to live. Number three, learn to say no. No is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain yourself every time you decline a request. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. is a perfectly acceptable response. Remember, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Make sure you're saying yes to the right things. Number 4, set clear boundaries. Make it clear to others what you will and won't accept. This applies in your personal relationships, in your workplace, and in every aspect of your life. Don't let people cross your boundaries without consequences. Number 5, prioritize your goals. What do you want to achieve? What are your dreams? These should be at the forefront of your mind when you're making decisions. Don't let other people's agendas overshadow your own ambitions. Number 6, develop a thick skin. When you stop being soft, some people won't like it. They will criticize you, try to make you feel guilty, or attempt to manipulate you. Stand firm. Their reactions are not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to yourself and your goals. Number 7, practice assertiveness. Assertiveness is the art of standing up for yourself while respecting others. It's not about being aggressive or domineering. It's about clearly communicating your needs, wants, and boundaries in a respectful but firm manner. Number 8, embrace conflict. Conflict isn't comfortable, but it's necessary for growth and progress. Learn to see conflict not as something to be avoided at all costs, but as an opportunity to clarify expectations, set boundaries, and strengthen relationships. Number 9, take responsibility. Stop blaming others or circumstances for your situation. You are the author of your life story. Take responsibility for your choices, your actions, and your results. This is empowering because it means you have the power to change your life. Number 10, continuously improve. Develop a growth mindset. See challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Constantly seek to improve yourself, to develop new skills, to expand your comfort zone. Developing self-awareness is about becoming an objective observer of your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It's about understanding your triggers, your default responses, and the underlying beliefs that drive your actions. This isn't always comfortable. You might realize that you often act out of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of not being liked. But this awareness is powerful because it gives you the opportunity to choose a different response. Valuing yourself is fundamental to stopping being soft. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that putting others first is always the right thing to do, but this belief, taken to an extreme, leads to self-neglect and burnout. You need to understand that taking care of yourself, prioritizing your own needs and goals, isn't selfish, it's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. By valuing yourself, by taking care of your own needs, you're actually putting yourself in a position to be of greater service to others in the long run. Learning to say no is often the hardest part of this journey for many people. We're social creatures wired to seek approval and avoid rejection. Saying no feels like we're risking that approval. People who never say no aren't valued. They're taken for granted. Your yes only has value if you're also willing to say no. Start small. The next time someone asks you to do something you don't want to do, say no. Don't explain, don't apologize. Just say no. Feel the power in that simple word. Setting clear boundaries is about teaching people how to treat you. If you're always available, always willing to drop everything to help others, always putting yourself last, that's how people will come to see you. They will take you for granted. They will assume you have no needs of your own. But when you set clear boundaries, when you make it known what you will and won't accept, people take notice. They start to see you differently. They start to value you more. Prioritizing your goals is crucial because if you don't, no one else will. The world is full of people who will gladly fill your time with their priorities if you let them. You need to be clear about what you want to achieve, and you need to guard the time and energy required to pursue those goals fiercely. This doesn't mean you never help others or that you become selfish. It means you're strategic about where you invest your resources. Developing a thick skin is about emotional resilience. When you start standing up for yourself, when you start saying no, when you stop being so accommodating, some people won't like it. They've gotten used to you being soft, to you always being available, to you never saying no. Don't let their reactions deter you. Remember, their discomfort is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to yourself, to your goals, to the person you're striving to become. Practicing assertiveness is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. Let's start small. In your next conversation, express your opinion, even if it differs from others. Ask for what you want clearly and directly, If someone crosses a boundary, point it out calmly but firmly. Remember, assertiveness isn't about being aggressive or domineering. It's about clearly communicating your needs, wants, and boundaries while still respecting others. Embracing conflict is perhaps one of the most challenging aspects of stopping being soft. Many of us have been conditioned to see conflict as inherently negative, as something to be avoided at all costs. But conflict handled properly can be incredibly positive. It can lead to better understanding, stronger relationships, and more effective solutions to problems. The key is to approach conflict with a mindset of collaboration rather than competition. Seek to understand the other person's perspective, clearly communicate your own, and work together to find a solution that addresses everyone's needs. Taking responsibility for your life is empowering. It means recognizing that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you control how you respond. You're not a victim of circumstances. You're the author of your own life story. This mindset is crucial to stopping being soft because it puts you in the driver's seat. Instead of passively accepting whatever comes your way, you actively shape your life according to your values and goals. Continuous improvement is about adopting a growth mindset. It's about seeing every challenge, every setback, every failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. When you embrace this mindset, you stop fearing failure. Instead, you see it as valuable feedback, as a stepping stone on the path to success. This mindset is crucial to stopping being soft because it gives you the courage to step out of your comfort zone, to take risks, to stand up for yourself, even when it's difficult. Now, I want to address a common concern. Some of you might be thinking, but if I stop being soft, won't that make me a bad person? Won't I lose friends? Won't people dislike me? Let me be clear. There's a difference between being strong and being a jerk. You can be assertive without being aggressive. You can prioritize yourself without disregarding others entirely. In fact, when you stop being soft, you will likely find that your relationships improve. Why? Because you will be more authentic. You will have more self-respect, and that commands respect from others. You will have more to give because you won't be stretched thin trying to please everyone. Your relationships will become more balanced, more genuine, more fulfilling. How this applies in different areas of your life. In the workplace, being soft can be career suicide. If you're always saying yes, always taking on more work without compensation, always putting your colleagues' needs before your own, you're setting yourself up for burnout and stagnation. Instead, learn to advocate for yourself. When you've done good work, make sure it's recognized. When you deserve a raise or promotion, ask for it. Don't wait for others to notice your value. Demonstrate it confidently. This doesn't mean becoming a cutthroat operator who steps on others to get ahead. It means being clear about your worth and your goals. It is being willing to have difficult conversations. It means not shying away from healthy conflict when it's necessary to move things forward. In your personal relationships, stopping being soft means valuing your own time and energy. It means not letting toxic people drain you. It means being willing to walk away from relationships that no longer serve you. It means pursuing your passions without apology. It also means being a better friend, partner, or family member. When you're not stretched thin trying to please everyone, you have more to give to the relationships that truly matter. When you're clear about your boundaries, you create the space for more authentic, balanced relationships. In your personal development, stopping being soft means committing to your goals with unwavering determination. It means being willing to step out of your comfort zone, to face your fears, to do the hard things that lead to growth. It means not letting self-doubt or the opinions of others hold you back from pursuing your dreams. Now, I want to share a story that illustrates the power of stopping being soft. There was once a young woman named Sarah. Sarah was brilliant, hardworking, and always willing to help. Sounds great, right? But Sarah had a problem. She couldn't say no. Her colleagues dumped their work on her. Her boss kept piling on more responsibilities without any additional compensation. Her friends and family constantly asked for favors, knowing she'd never refuse. Sarah was drowning. Her own work suffered, her health declined. Her dreams of starting her own business faded away as she spent all her time and energy on other people's priorities. She was kind, yes, but she was also miserable. One day Sarah had enough. She realized that by trying to please everyone, she was actually letting everyone down, including herself. She decided to make a change. She started saying no. She set clear boundaries at work. She learned to prioritize her own goals and well-being. Was it easy? Absolutely not. People who were used to taking advantage of her kindness pushed back. Some even called her selfish. But Sarah stood her ground, and you know what happened? Her work improved. She got promoted. She found time to start planning her business. And surprisingly, her relationships improved too. People started respecting her more. Sarah's story is not unique. Many of us start out soft thinking that's the way to succeed, to be liked, to get ahead. But like Sarah, we need to learn that true success, true respect, true fulfillment comes from strength, not softness. Now, I want to be clear about something. The journey from soft to strong isn't easy. It's not something that happens overnight. It's a process, and like any process of personal growth, it comes with challenges. You will feel uncomfortable at first. You might feel guilty when you start saying no. You might worry that you're being selfish when you prioritize your own needs. You might feel anxious when you have to confront someone who's crossed your boundaries. These feelings are normal. They're part of the process. Feelings aren't facts. Just because saying no feels uncomfortable doesn't mean it's wrong. Just because setting a boundary makes you anxious doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. In fact, these uncomfortable feelings are often a sign that you're on the right track. They're a sign that you're growing, that you're challenging old patterns, that you're becoming stronger. Embrace these feelings. See them as growing pains, as evidence that you're making progress. You will start to notice changes. You will have more energy because you're not spreading yourself too thin. You will feel more confident because you're honoring your own needs and boundaries. You will start making progress on your personal goals because you're no longer putting them on the back burner. You will also notice changes in how others treat you. At first, some people might push back. They've gotten used to you being soft to you, always being available to you, never saying no. Don't let their reactions deter you. Stay strong. Remember why you're doing this. In time, most people will adjust to the new you. They will start to respect your boundaries. They will think twice before making unreasonable demands on your time and energy. And those who don't, well, maybe they don't deserve a place in your life. As you become stronger, as you stop being soft, you will start to attract different opportunities and different people into your life. You will find yourself surrounded by others who respect strength, who value authenticity, who are also committed to personal growth. Your relationships will become more genuine, more balanced, more fulfilling. In your career, you will start to be seen as a leader, not just a worker bee. You will be the one people turn to when they need someone who can make tough decisions, who can stand firm in the face of challenges. Your confidence will shine through in everything you do, opening doors you might never have imagined. But perhaps the most important change will be in how you see yourself. You will develop a deep sense of self-respect. You will trust yourself more. You will feel more in control of your life, more capable of handling whatever challenges come your way. This inner strength, this unshakable core of self-respect and determination is what will carry you through life's ups and downs. How this transformation impacts various aspects of your life, in your professional life, stopping being soft means becoming a valuable asset, not just a convenient one. It means being known for your expertise and integrity, not just your willingness to take on extra work. When you stop being soft, you become the person who asks the tough questions in meetings, who isn't afraid to challenge ideas respectfully, who brings innovative solutions to the table. You will find that your career trajectory changes. Instead of being passed over for promotions because you're too nice or not assertive enough, you will be seen as leadership material. Your ability to set boundaries, to prioritize effectively, to communicate clearly. These are all qualities of a great leader. But remember, leadership isn't about bossing people around or always getting your way. It's about inspiring others, about making tough decisions, about taking responsibility. As you stop being soft, you will naturally develop these leadership qualities. You will become someone others want to follow, not because they have to, but because they respect and admire you. In your personal relationships, the transformation is equally profound. When you stop being soft, you stop accepting less than you deserve, you will find that toxic relationships naturally fall away. People who were used to taking advantage of your kindness will either adapt to the new you or leave your life. And that's okay. It's part of the process. You will start attracting people who match your energy, who respect your boundaries, who value you for who you are, not just what you can do for them. Your friendships will become deeper, more authentic. You will surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, who support your dreams, who bring out the best in you. In romantic relationships, stopping being soft is a game changer. You will no longer accept being treated as an option. You will have the courage to express your needs and desires clearly. You will be able to have those difficult conversations that are necessary for a relationship to thrive. You will be a partner, not a doormat. But it's not just about romantic relationships. Your relationship with your family will change too. If you've always been the one who sacrifices everything for family harmony, who never rocks the boat, who always takes on more than your fair share, prepare for a shift. As you stop being soft, you will learn to set healthy boundaries even with family. You will learn to say no to unreasonable demands. You will learn to take care of yourself, even if it means disappointing others sometimes. This might sound scary. You might worry that setting boundaries with family will lead to conflict or estrangement, but here's the truth. Healthy boundaries lead to healthier relationships. When you respect yourself, when you take care of your own needs, you actually have more to give to your loved ones. You become a better son or daughter, a better sibling, a better parent. How stopping being soft impacts your personal growth and self-development. When you're soft, you often shy away from challenges. You stick to your comfort zone because it feels safe, but growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, when you face your fears, when you do the things that scare you. As you stop being soft, you will find yourself embracing challenges. You will start seeing obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to learn and grow. You will develop a resilience that will serve you well in all areas of life. When setbacks occur, and they will, because that's part of life, you won't crumble. You will pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. You will also find that your goals become bigger, bolder. When you're soft, you often settle for less than you're capable of. You downplay your ambitions because you don't want to seem arrogant or because you're afraid of failure. But as you develop inner strength, as you stop being soft, you will allow yourself to dream big. You will set audacious goals and pursue them with unwavering determination. This doesn't mean you will achieve every goal overnight. Success still requires hard work, persistence, and often a bit of luck. But when you stop being soft, you develop the mental toughness to keep going even when things get tough. You develop the resilience to bounce back from failures. You develop the courage to keep pursuing your dreams even when others doubt you. How stopping being soft impacts your health and well-being. When you're soft, you often neglect your own needs. You put everyone else's health, happiness, and well-being before your own. But this is a recipe for burnout, stress, and even physical illness. As you stop being soft, you will start prioritizing your own health and well-being. You will make time for exercise, even if it means saying no to other commitments. You will eat healthily, even if others around you are indulging in junk food. You will get enough sleep, even if it means leaving the party early or letting some emails wait until morning. This isn't selfish, it's self-care. And it's necessary. When you take care of yourself, when you prioritize your own health and well-being, you're better able to take care of others. You have more energy, more patience, more resilience. You're better able to handle the stresses of daily life. You will also find that stopping being soft leads to better mental health. When you're constantly putting others first, when you're always saying yes, even when you want to say no, it leads to resentment, anxiety, and even depression. But when you start setting boundaries, when you start honoring your own needs and desires, you will find that your mental health improves. You will feel more at peace, more confident, more in control of your life. Now let's address a common misconception. Some people think that stopping being soft means becoming hard, cold, or uncaring. Nothing could be further from the truth. Stopping being soft doesn't mean losing your compassion or your kindness. It means being kind from a place of strength, not weakness. When you're soft, your kindness often comes from a place of fear. Fear of conflict, fear of rejection, fear of not being liked. But when you're strong, your kindness comes from a place of genuine care and compassion. You're kind because you choose to be, not because you're afraid not to be. This kind of strength-based kindness is actually more valuable, more impactful. When you're kind from a place of strength, you're able to set healthy boundaries. You're able to say no when necessary. You're able to offer help in ways that truly serve others, not just in ways that deplete you. How stopping being soft impacts your decision-making. When you're soft, you often make decisions based on what others want or expect, not on what's truly best for you or the situation. You might take a job you don't really want because your parents think it's a good opportunity. You might stay in a relationship that's not fulfilling because you're afraid of hurting the other person's feelings. You might agree to plans you don't enjoy because you don't want to disappoint your friends. But as you stop being soft, as you develop inner strength, your decision-making improves dramatically. You start making choices based on your values, your goals, your authentic desires. You become more strategic, more intentional in your choices. You're not swayed by peer pressure or societal expectations. You have the courage to make unpopular decisions if you believe they're right. This doesn't mean you become selfish or inconsiderate in your decision-making. It means you make decisions from a place of self-awareness and integrity. You consider the impact of your choices on others, but you don't let others' opinions or expectations override your own judgment. As you stop being soft, you will also find that you become more resilient in the face of criticism. When you're soft, criticism can be devastating. You might take it personally, let it shake your confidence, or even change your course of action to avoid further criticism. But as you develop inner strength, you learn to handle criticism constructively. You'll be able to differentiate between valid feedback that can help you improve and baseless criticism that says more about the critic than about you. You will have the confidence to stand by your decisions and actions, even in the face of disapproval. And when the criticism is valid, you will have the strength to acknowledge your mistakes, learn from them, and do better next time. This resilience extends to how you handle failure and setbacks. When you're soft, failure can feel like the end of the world. You might give up on your dreams at the first obstacle or never even try because you're too afraid of failing. But as you stop being soft, you develop a different relationship with failure. You start to see failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as a natural part of the learning process. You understand that every successful person has failed many times on their path to success. You develop the resilience to pick yourself up after a fall, learn from the experience, and keep moving forward. This shift in mindset is incredibly liberating. It frees you to take risks, to pursue ambitious goals, to step out of your comfort zone, because you know that even if you fail, you will be okay. You have the inner strength to handle whatever comes your way. How stopping being soft impacts your creativity and innovation. When you're soft, you often hold back your ideas. You might not speak up in meetings because you're afraid of being criticized. You might not pursue your creative projects because you're worried about what others will think. You might not innovate in your field because you're comfortable with the status quo. But as you develop inner strength, as you stop being soft, your creativity flourishes. You have the courage to share your ideas, even if they're unconventional. You're not afraid to think outside the box, to challenge the way things have always been done. You're willing to take creative risks, to experiment, to fail and try again. This doesn't mean every idea you have will be brilliant or successful, but it means you're no longer holding yourself back. You're giving your creativity free rein, and that's when true innovation happens. As you stop being soft, you will also find that you become a better problem solver. When you're soft, you often avoid problems or hope they will resolve themselves. You might be afraid of confronting issues head on. But as you develop inner strength, you become proactive in addressing challenges. You develop the ability to look at problems objectively, to consider multiple perspectives, to come up with innovative solutions. You're not afraid to have difficult conversations or make tough decisions when necessary. This makes you invaluable in both your personal and professional life. How stopping being soft impacts your ability to handle stress and pressure. When you're soft, stress can easily overwhelm you. You might crumble under pressure, let anxiety paralyze you, or burn out trying to meet everyone's expectations. But as you develop inner strength, you become more resilient to stress. You learn to prioritize, to say no to non-essential commitments, to take care of your own needs even during busy times. You develop coping mechanisms that allow you to stay calm and focused even in high-pressure situations. This doesn't mean you never feel stressed, but it means you have the tools to manage stress effectively. You're able to maintain your performance and well-being even during challenging times. Stopping being soft is not about becoming someone you're not. It's about becoming the strongest, most authentic version of yourself. It's about having the courage to live life on your own terms, to pursue your dreams unapologetically, to stand up for what you believe in. This journey isn't easy. It requires courage, persistence, and a willingness to face your fears. There will be times when you will be tempted to fall back into old patterns of softness. But remember why you started this journey? Remember the strength that lies within you. Every time you set a boundary, every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your values or goals, every time you stand up for yourself, you're growing stronger. You're becoming the person you were meant to be. Stop being soft. Start being strong. Not for others, but for yourself. Because you deserve to live your best life. You deserve to pursue your dreams. You deserve to be respected, valued, heard. The world doesn't reward those who shrink themselves to make others comfortable. The world rewards those who stand tall, who know their worth, who pursue their goals with unwavering determination. Be that person. Be strong. Be resilient. Be unstoppable. It all starts with a decision. Your decision, right here, right now, will you continue to be soft to let others dictate your life, or will you stand up, draw your line in the sand, and start living life on your own terms?